Hello everybody, my name is Kacey, I'm 15 years old, and I've been going to Arise for all 15 years of my life. So in June of 2018, I started having some really bad stomach pains. It was excruciating pain. I had constant nausea. I was super tired from it, and I would feel full whenever I was hungry. I would feel hungry whenever I was full, and it was just absolutely terrible. I had just started a summer program that I absolutely loved, and I had to pour all of my energy into it because I was presenting to teenagers all the time, and it was just really hard for me to even enjoy that. So after all of this had started, it took the doctors about 3 months to actually figure out what was even going on, and they finally landed on gastroparesis for my diagnosis. And then that still wasn't really fully what was going on, and we didn't find out till about a year later that it was also IBS along with gastroparesis. So this was, again, extremely hard for me, and being 14 years old at the time, it was really hard to emotionally have to deal with all of that, because having two chronic illnesses that the treatment doesn't really work and there is no cure for it, it can be really hard for somebody. And even though I had really supportive friends and family that were constantly praying for me and supportive of me, it was really hard for me. And I felt like I was robbed of my teenage years and actually the rest of my life, because there were so many things that I couldn't do anymore. I couldn't play basketball anymore. I couldn't eat properly. I couldn't even sleep properly. So I felt like I couldn't really do anything at that point. And at the same time with all of this going on, it was really hard for me to even just go out and make friends or even maintain friendships that I started. It was really hard, but thankfully at one point, I did actually meet someone who had the same health problems as me, which was really great because it felt really isolating for the two of us. So skipping ahead to the end of September this year, me and my sister and a couple of our friends came to Restoration Room here, and right before we went in, my sister had told us that she had been praying for me every single morning at 7 a.m. for my healing for well over a month, and she knew that that day was the day. So on September 29th, 2019, I was healed of both of my chronic illnesses. Now, it has been absolutely incredible since then. I mean, I'm sure anyone who has ever had a chronic illness can testify. It is an amazing thing to not have one. And so even though throughout this entire process, I was like, if I am gonna be healed, why did it take me so long in the first place? Or why did I even get sick in the first place? And I think what's really important for everybody to know is that God's timing is such an important thing, because it wasn't time for me to get healed, a month before or a month after I got sick, And the friend that had the same chronic illness as me, both of us were very isolated at the time, because it was really hard for us to not have anyone who felt what we were going through. But without her, the last few months before I was healed, I don't know how I would have gotten through it. She made it 100 times easier on me. She was so supportive, so helpful, and honestly, that whole process of just getting to be friends with her has made this experience so much easier. And now I'm doing things that I didn't even think I would be able to do. Like just last weekend, I went to the More Than Words conference, and I was able to sit through 4 sessions of worship and sermons, and I even was able to go to a concert afterwards with a Christian rap artist, which was very intense, but I was completely fine. I wasn't tired, I wasn't sick or anything, and it was incredible. And if you told myself a year ago that I would have been able to do this, I would have said that's absolutely impossible. But we serve a God who makes the impossible possible. So again, I'm Kacey, and I believe miracles still happen.